Hello, Scorpio, and welcome to Bunny Cat's Oracle. It's great to have you here. My name is Marianne, and today I will be doing your March 2021 General Tarot reading. A few days late, as usual, but that's just me, just vibing it out. Seems like a good day to do readings. Let's start with a prayer, okay? I pray for everyone who clicked on this video today. Pray that you're happy, that you're healthy, that you and your loved ones are safe and protected from harm, and that you're making all your best dreams come true. Let's get started. So what do we have for my Scorpio collective for March 2021, please? What does Scorpio need to hear? Using my cat tarot again today, because I feel like it. I just love this deck. It's just so cute and comforting. I think we can all use a little bit of that. All right, what's going on, Scorpio? What do my Scorpios need to hear, please? I apologize for the shadows. There's a lot of sun coming in from this top window that I can't close or anything. And so I'm just going to have to bear with it. It's a beautiful day. And I think after I do your reading, I'm going to go out and take a little walk because it's just so sunny and beautiful out there. Okay, one more shuffle for Scorpio, please. March 2021. Thank you. 2 and 3, and I'm going to do 6 lines here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. I'm going to get all the cards on the table this time before I start talking. Otherwise, I'll be here all day. So I get an overall view. Hopefully you guys can see kind of well. I know it's a little bit shadowy. I'm sorry. Well, this is looking nice. Sorry, little plant. This plant is like growing out of control and it's like taking over the tarot area now. Have to be careful not to hit it. Okay. This is interesting. You know what? Okay. What do we have here? In the present, Scorpio, you've got the 3 of Wands, the 6 of Cups, and the 2 of Swords. I can't help but think some of you are either procrastinating on something that you want to do, like a childhood dream, something that you've always wanted to do. It's almost like you're aware there's tons of opportunities out there, but you're kind of like a little scared to take a chance on it for some reason. For others, it's like you may be thinking about somebody from the past, and somebody that maybe you're not currently speaking with. There's a feeling of waiting with the 3 of Wands, like maybe you're waiting to hear back from them or they're waiting to hear back from you, but you guys aren't talking. It's like really kind of cute. But it's kind of frustrating. There's the reminiscing vibe here. Okay, so 6 of Cups, it can be like a soulmate, it can be a past lover, it can even be a childhood friend, right? So if this was about your career, then again, it's about a childhood dream. It's like wanting to connect with a childhood dream, but just like maybe procrastinating a little bit. If it's about a lover or an old friend, it's you're hoping to hear from them, but you're like scared to talk to them. It's like, I'm not going to contact you because I don't want to be the person who contacts you first. And like, meanwhile, like they're also, you know, like they want to talk to you. They're hoping to hear from you, but they don't want to be the one to, you know, appear needy or whatever. I think it's kind of silly, but you know, there's a very strong like nostalgic vibe coming through here. I can't help but think, you know, with these lockdowns and everything and people being so isolated, it's like we're like alone with our thoughts, you know, longer than we should be and longer than we would want to be. And so it's like people can't help but just go through their history, you know, mentally and remember people that they used to be in contact with, right? Because you're not really speaking with so many people, especially those of you who are working from home, you know, or those of you who are unemployed. You don't have people around you day to day. You're not meeting new people. You don't have people to distract you from your own memories. So these memories kind of creep up and we can't help it. So, I mean, it's kind of cute, but it could be unhealthy if you let it, you know, go too far. Just keep in mind that might be a factor, right? So if you're kind of really, really missing someone, you know, it might be that they miss you too. But it might also just be because of lockdown and you're making yourself crazy. So I just had to say that. What's motivating you this month? Seven of Cups and the Three of Swords. Interesting. It's like, again, there's the feeling of a lot of options and a lot of opportunities, which is sort of like what came through in the present here as well. The Three of Wands could talk about a lot of options and opportunities. But there's also a feeling of heartbreak. Like I kind of get the sense you guys got a little bit burned. Now, whether it was from a job or from a lover, I don't know. I mean, it's not like the end of the world. It's only the Three of Swords. And this is actually such a cute card. If you can see this, this would be like a perfect Valentine. I think like this, if it was like a little bigger, I'd love to get that Valentine. It's just so adorable. But the meaning of this card is heartbreak and betrayal. So it's kind of a weird combination. So it's kind of like, I feel like Scorpio, you're really reviewing your options and you're hesitating to act on any of them because you've been burned before. You know, you're like, I don't want that to happen again. Seven of Cups is somebody. It's a good card. It's positive in the sense you have a lot of options, right? It's better to have lots of options than no options. But there's the feeling of indecision. It's like, you know, if you were naive and you never got your heart broken, then you just jump right in. Hey, that looks good. Let me take that. But it's like there's this voice in your head that's like, yeah, but the last time I met somebody that looked like that, like this happened and they broke my heart. Or the last time I took a job that had like really great benefits and looked great on paper, I was working for this narcissistic, a-hole and had a terrible time for a couple of years there. So, you're being really, really careful. You really need to listen to your gut. I think it's totally okay that you're not rushing into things. You're not rushing to contact that past lover, or you're not rushing to take that new job. There's a feeling of just needing to review and really get really clear about what it is that you're feeling about the situation and what it is that you even want. Just because people or places or things are being presented to you, it doesn't mean you have to act on them, right? It's nice to be popular though, isn't it? Recent past, I have the Four of Swords, I have the Six of Swords, and I have the Pentacles. So this is interesting, Scorpio. I get the impression on the one hand that you guys have kind of leveled up financially. So some of you could have got a big promotion. I feel like I was talking about this in a reading previously, maybe that you guys were getting some kind of promotion, or you may have gotten a new job that paid a lot better. You may have gotten an inheritance, right? Ten of Pentacles can be like legacy. So there's a feeling of being really well off financially. And in a much better position materially than you have been in the past. But it came with a fair share of stress, didn't it? And like you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sword cards in your reading here. So I feel like maybe it's like you're conflicted about things, or if it was a new job that you took, it may have create a little conflict, like you're maybe not sure about the people you're working with, or if some of you came into a management position, there may have been a little conflict with your peers that are now, your underlings, or I don't know what it is, or it could even be that just like your job requires a lot more mental energy than you're used to giving it. So I do see the sense it's like, stressful. Like it's not the end of the world, but you guys, you haven't been sleeping as well as maybe you should have been. Some of you could have been dealing with some nightmares. It's like things are good for you. Like things are going real good. But you're stressing about it. But you know what? That's normal, right? Change is stressful. But the other idea here is moving on from something that wasn't working. So even if it was painful for you to move on, you're better off for it. This is putting past transgressions behind you, or even just like leaving a bad situation. Some of you may have left a relationship recently that wasn't working out, and it may have been a very difficult parting, right? Or left a job, or left an old position, or some of you were working with a manager that really wasn't a good fit for you. And so now you're working with somebody else. So it is definitely a positive change, just, with its fair share of kind of mental conflict. That's all, welcome to the club, Scorpio. In the near future, I've got some really beautiful cards here. I gotta say, I have the Six of Wands. This is a card of victory. So there's some kind of win coming up here. And I love this. This is cat just playing with, like, he's got all the cat toys and he's just so happy. This is great. It's a win, and it may be like a very emotional win. It's something that makes you feel really good. And we have the Fool card. Okay. So I'm trying to not make my readings like love readings, that often just kind of comes through. And I know a lot of you guys are kind of sick of hearing about, the past lovers, the new lovers, and you kind of just want to know like what's going on in your life, right? Love isn't everything. But for those of you who are interested in somebody, and maybe are scared to talk to them, this would be like the new start. This is new love. It could be a new start with somebody you already know, because the Fool is right next to the Six of Cups. So again, it's about the past, but it could also be somebody entirely new. But this is a win. It's victory. It's like if this person makes you nervous and you're trying to win somebody over, like you will be winning them over. You will be very happy, and it feels like a fresh start. So it doesn't have to be somebody new. It could just be starting over with somebody from the past, or it could be somebody new. I don't know. But that's not going to be for everyone. For other people, this could be about your work. It could be feeling like, you've really started a new chapter in your work, whether you're at the same job or whether you're at a new job or you're running your own business, whatever it is. It just feels like a fresh start. And like you're actually able to relax a bit and you're enjoying yourself. You're like, hey, yeah, I'm good at this. I like it. I'm doing something good and I'm feeling like a winner. So please take it however it resonates, because this will apply to you in, different areas of your life, depending on who you are and what you're kind of currently dealing with. But just know that this is incredibly positive. Okay. That's what I want to impart to you here. Something that you don't know. We have the Three of Cups, we have the Five of Wands, and we have the Hierophant. So there could be within your workplace a little bit of competition. Excuse me. But I'm seeing friendly competition. The Three of Cups is like friends. So you could have some friends that kind of compete with you. The Hierophant can talk about institutions. You know what? This can also talk about marriages. So again, it's not going to be for everyone, but it's like societal institutions and things we kind of consider authority, and the idea of rules and regulations, contracts, that kind of thing. So could be some friends, you get along with perfectly well at work, but that they are competing with you a little bit, but I don't think it's like anything terrible. It's going to knock you down. They may actually be helping to make you better, like these cats, they compete with each other, but they're actually making each other stronger. They're keeping each other a little sharper, like a little faster, a little stronger. So I don't think it's the end of the world. If it relates to your relationship or your marriage or your new, relationship, your partner, whether or not you're married, it could be that, friends of a friend or friends of your partner, or even like in-laws, are just like a little bit competitive with you for whatever reason. Again, that's normal coming from somebody who knows it. It doesn't mean you have to like break up with this person. It might just you need to be a little careful, protect your boundaries, maybe protect your space. Don't just let anybody come over and, take up your time and say God knows what, right? Easier to do that in lockdown, isn't it? I say that, but I can still hear the voices of my in-laws in the back of my head all the time. All the time. Anyway, enough about me. So advice for you, my Scorpios. We have the Queen of Wands, we have the 10 of Wands, and we have the 7 of Swords. Now, this is about being ambitious, very ambitious. And I feel like you guys, you might feel like you just have a lot to do all of a sudden. And maybe that's what's causing you stress. With the 10 of Wands underneath here, it's like, why do I all of a sudden have all of these responsibilities? Like, why? I think you need to take things one step at a time, and also learn to delegate, prioritize. Not everything needs to be done right away. But I'm also getting the impression with the 7 of Swords here, there's a need for independent thinking and cunning. So you may have an original way of accomplishing what it is you set out to do. This card can talk a little bit about like selfishness, or like, when it's somebody outside of you, it can talk about theft. So I hope you guys aren't doing anything underhanded. But when it's as advice, that's not really the message that I'm getting here. I think it's just more about thinking independently. Like, you may have a new way of doing things, or you may have a shortcut. You may have a smarter way of doing things, of cutting through these burdens that saves you a lot of time. There may be some work that you can actually hire somebody to do for you that they could do faster, or there may be some program that can automate some process. Just the feeling is that, you've got bigger and better things to do with your time. With the Queen of Wands, it's a very ambitious energy. You don't want to be like bogged down by all these little burdens. So get help when you need it. Hire people if you need to, or put things off. Um, you're going to need to do some original thinking here in some way to kind of work through these things. But you are definitely on your way to bigger and better things and really shining like a queen. Now you might be a king, you might be a queen. It's a general reading, so just take it how it resonates. But you're showing up as being somebody that's actually really a great leader. Like the Queen of Wands is a great leader of people. She's also somebody that seems to understand psychology really well and is good to confide in, she or he or they. Okay. Somebody who is very charismatic and has a kind of natural influence and very good looking. So you may be looking really good this month too, as well, Scorpio. So definitely like very strong leadership vibes coming through. And again, for those of you who are asking about love, I would definitely say love is on the way. You will be very happy, or you'll be very happy with your career life. Whatever it is this is a beautiful reading. I like it very much. I think I'm going to do some oracle cards. Oh, I didn't do any clarifiers, but you know what? I didn't really feel the need to, so I'm just going to put these playing cards away for now. I guess, if it's not broke, don't fix it, right? Let me take some animal spirit cards and I'll just leave you with a few of these and we'll close out your reading. I got to get out for a walk. This is like, I can feel the sun shining on me. It's really hot, but I bet it's just so beautiful out there. Okay, what does Scorpio need? Ooh, bear. Nice. And owl. Oh my God. Okay, well, I'm seeing this as a wise leader. And that was kind of the vibe I was getting overall as well. Like, you are somebody who people look up to. Don't be afraid to take up space in your work or even in your relationship. Like, ask for what you need. And, you don't have to settle for less. Very, very wise. Like, you have this knowledge that people want. People want your expertise and they want your opinion and they're interested in what you have to say. So I like this a lot. Very intelligent, wise leader vibes coming through this month, Scorpio. Some kind of win coming through here in love or in career. And I like it a lot. So I wish you all the best. I hope you have a really great March. And I may see you again before the end of the month, depending on how my month goes. If not, thanks again for joining me here. And I look forward to seeing you again soon. Okay, take very good care.